Yo, what is up, YouTube? Today I'm here to just kind of talk about something crazy that I did. About a month ago, I started playing a game that a lot of people would know called Magic: The Gathering. And, I'm not a big TCG player, but MTG has a lot of fun cards and fun collaborations. Assassin's Creed, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob with Secret Lairs, The Last of Us also with Secret Lairs, and supposedly I heard somewhere that there's going to be Star Wars now. That's pretty cool. But for me personally, I used to love the TV show Ben 10, and I thought, what a perfect way to, just kind of have my own deck by making Ben 10 proxies. And I'm not talking about just proxied cards, like cards with just different art. I'm talking building a 100 card commander deck with tokens to play against my friends. And this is kind of that venture. So yeah. If you like the video, then hit the like and subscribe button. I mean, that's what they're there for. And hopefully I can bring you more content like this. Make sure that if you do enjoy the video, you comment down what you would like me to do next. Fair warning though, I will tell you that a lot of the art is AI generated. I know, boo, fucking stinker. Being a broke college student doesn't really allow for me to pay artists, and I'm not gonna just sit here and not do something. So, anyways, if that is your big turn off, then go ahead and click off the video, I guess. Yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Here's the document that I whipped up. So one of the big things that I wanted to do was create a custom mechanic. I know this is silly. Hero time. The hero time is a different cost. And what the hero time mechanic does is, you read it here, you may cast a card for its hero time cost, and in the process we're exiling the Ben card and then bringing that creature onto the field. Now I can only do that only one time with every time Ben's on the field, right? And so yeah, that's kind of how that goes. In the game that I played, I completely forgot that that's how this worked. I thought it was just an extra cost if Ben and the Omnitrix are on the field, and I totally sold the bag. Now, as you can see here, we got Commander Ben, of course, because why not? 25 different aliens, Heatblast, you got Heatblast, Forearms, Accelerate, Diamond Head, Upgrade, Wild Mutt, Grey Matter, Ripjaws, Stinkfly, Ghost Freak, and Ghost Freak is a double-sided card. I thought that was pretty cool to do, just simply because, the one episode where Ghost Freak escapes the Omnitrix, it's pretty cool. Pretty fire. And so I made him a double-sided card with Ghost Freak on one side, and then Scare on the other side, which is evil Ghost Freak. You got Cannonbolt, Wild Vine, and then we kind of get into the Alien Force stuff. The main purpose of like the original 10 is to kind of just play more of a support-ish. If you want to take the time to read these, I might put them down in the description. We'll see. So there's those 12 or 13. And then you have Big Chill, Swampfire, Humongosaur, Echo, Jet Ray, Chromastone, Brainstorm, Spider Monkey, Lodestar, I know, weird, Wrath, Nanomech, Feedback, Armadillo, and that's where the aliens stop. I thought for this deck, I wanted it to be very centralized on Ben 10 as a whole, and not just and not just Classic or Alien Force or Ultimate Alien or Omniverse. If you guys want to see something like that, let me know in the comments. Next we have allies. Gwen, of course, Grandpa Max, Kevin, you gotta have those. Julie, I know, unpopular opinion, but Julie is in here. You have Ship, pretty cool. Ship is pretty useful. I don't think I ever got to really play him, but it was pretty cool in the few games I got to play when he would end up in my hand. Now, Azimuth, of course you have to have Azimuth, Tetrax, Professor Paradox, Rook Blanco, there's your Omniverse representation, Lucy Man, and then we go into the villains, being Vilgax, Kevin as a mutation, and I specifically chose the Ultimate Alien mutation form. I thought it was cooler. Charmcaster, Hex, Dr. Animo, Albedo. Everybody knows why you have to have Albedo. Malware, and Aggregor. Now, for the artifacts, this is where some people will be like, well, it's not a real commander deck. There's no Soul Ring, no Commander Sphere. And some people are really going to disagree with that, which is fine. And I will fix this if I want it to be very playable with my friends, because I'm not taking this to anything other than, you know, to play with friends. You have the Omnitrix, kind of a big deal. Legendary artifact. When it enters, you can search your library for Ben Tennyson. That's if you put him in the stupid deck and you use the Ultimate Commander, which I'll show you in a little bit. Ben Tennyson, reveal him, and then put him into your hand and shuffle. Alien spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. It's pretty cool. Whenever Ben leaves exile and returns to the battlefield, put a charge counter on the Omnitrix. Remove 3 charge counters. The next alien spell you cast this turn has flash and costs 2 less to cast. That's pretty cool. And you have the prototype Omnitrix. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast alien spells. And that's any of them that are marked via alien. That means also Aggregor and Vilgax. Ultimate, whenever you cast an alien spell with mana 4, value 4 or greater, roll a d6. On a 1, return that alien to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. That's just the prototype Omnitrix being funky and cringe. Ultimatrix, it's also a legendary artifact. Alien creatures you control get +1/+1. That's pretty cool. Then if you pay 3 and tap, put an ultimate counter on a target alien. It gets +3/+3 and gains menace until end of turn. That's also really cool. And then if that alien were to leave the battlefield this turn, exile it instead. Kind of cringe, but whatever, we ball. You have the Plumber Badge. You can pay 1, investigate, get a clue token, and then you destroy target artifact or enchantment. Let me cover that back up. The Rust Bucket, legendary artifact. Of course, the Rust Bucket's a legendary artifact. Everybody knows that. But it's a vehicle, so people know typically how that works. With vehicles, you have to man them, you have to crew them, and then they can attack. But what it does is whenever the Rust Bucket attacks, it creates a white plumber token tapped and attacking. Pretty good. Whenever Rust Bucket blocks, prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to you on this turn. You got Super Slammer cards, Null Void Projector, Omnitrix Failsafe. Again, with the rest of these, if you want to read them, you can read them. Spells, it's hero time. You get to search your library for alien cards with different names. Wrong alien, return target alien you control to its owner's hand. You may put another alien down onto the battlefield tapped. Return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Question as to why you would do that, you know, great question. Omnitrix Timeout, Going Hero, Alien Ambush, Plumber Protocol. You get to create 2 1/1 white plumber tokens. That's pretty cool. And then every creature you control gains vigilance until end of turn. So, pretty sick. DNA Search, +1/+1 counter, and then it get a permanent +1/+1 counter, and then you get Trample and Hexproof to the end of turn. Bring stuff back from the graveyard. Boost the shit out of a creature. Null Void Trap. And you have lands, Bellwood, Tennyson, Summer Route, Plumber. These are just very simple things here. And then you have your lands. And then you have your tokens, which are pretty cool. And then your alternate commander is Alien X. That one's pretty cool. This is a, to be very clear, this guy does cost 10 because he's very, very strong. But also, sacrificing 3 non-land permanents is kind of crazy. You know, so cost 10. Also, it's a pentacolor, so, you know, almost nearby impossible to get shit like this. Whenever he enters, you can exile target non-land permanent, return target permanent card from the graveyard to the battlefield. Return, yeah, from my graveyard. Each player chooses a non-land permanent that they control, exile the rest. Holy shit. Draw 3 cards. You may play an additional land this turn. That's pretty good. If any of the next would be put in the graveyard or exiled from anywhere, shuffle it into owner's library instead. So you can just get them again. Now we'll move on to the next section, kind of showing the art, or the cards themselves, so that way it's not super duper crazy. Now I used proxy print setup here, and I think that that's kind of a good tool. When I was looking at art for this, I did look at some of the MTG Nexus stuff, which is really cool. However, I wanted my own feel to these cards. So with that being the case, I created my own. Here's all of our creatures. I'm going to slowly scroll through so you can take a look at the art, and then I'll get kind of the gameplay after. And you can kind of see right here with Forum specifically that something's not right about the art. Of course, AI being used, and it's kind of like, man, that's so cringe. But again, moving forward, won't do it again. With that being the case, you know, these are the cards, right? And so then you have the your Ghost Freak card here, which I think is sick as hell. And then the back of the Ghost Freak card, which very necessary because it is a double-sided card. Then you have your tokens. This is what your tokens look like. Just kind of different things going on there. And then I made custom backs because I was like, man, I had AI make custom backs because I thought it'd be cool to do something like this. Again, I'm not very big on AI art as a whole, right? So using this makes me feel kind of bad. So if anybody wants to come through and redo all these for free, you can happily do it, and then just like shoot me a message or something on Instagram or whatever. I go by the same name on all of my socials, so please follow me on those socials. Eventually, I'll get back to posting on there too. But yeah, so next up is going to be gameplay, and then I will talk to you about how I felt the game went. All right, so here's kind of the start of the game, right? Where we're drawing 7. My opening hand for this game was Brainstorm, Gwen Tennyson Team Up, Azimuth's Workshop, Null Void, Lepidoptera? Yeah, and then DNA Lab. The first thing I played was Lepidoptera as my land, and you can see that on the other side he has played he's played 2 islands so far already. He's kind of getting pretty island up there on the mana side of things. Of course, he attacks. I take 1. Not really much I can do about that. Then I have to mill, and I ended up milling, I think, the Null Void Projector here. I pull Max Tennyson here from my draw, and there's nothing I can do, so I untap, and then I believe that I played Azimuth's Workshop here. And I had to pass, of course. So as we kind of go through these turns, he gets another swamp. He's like going through his stuff. He attacks. I take 1. Not really. And I have to mill again right there. I believe it's hero time. Ends up in the graveyard. Oh, sorry. Little recap. I did Lepidoptera, Null Void, and then Asmus Workshop. So that was kind of on me for not saying that properly. And then I had to pass because I have nothing I can play here. In my hand, I have another land that I can play, but I can't summon anything at the moment. And so we're kind of in this predicament where not enough of specific lands. A lot of the creatures I have are either A, they are white-blue, or they're red-blue, and Asmus Workshop doesn't let me use a monocolor for anything except for artifacts.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and play Fact or Fiction. This is the 2 piles card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. Those are some good cards in there. Fuck, man. Dude.
Shut up.
Hey, buddy.
Or I could just do
Yeah.
I could do something really fun and glary.
I don't want Nightmare saying that. I do want Soul Ring, but these two. I think I have to take this pile. That's a tough call though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. True. Cool. And trial advancing for 1. Mill 1 card, and then I'll pass. Oh, present risk count 11 again. Today is not your day. I'm getting really lucky with the draws this game.
I thought I had enough to start this one. Oh, I can do this. Okay. Omnitrix, which is a legendary artifact. Alien creatures you control get +1/+1. If I pay 3 and then tap, put an ultimate counter on target alien, gets +3/+3 and gains a menace until end of turn. The alien would leave the battlefield this turn, exiled instead.
I see. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, sorry.
And I pass.
Can I be mean this game, or is it you still looking to kind of?
Still figuring it out, bro.
Okay. That'll be cool. For now. Wait, I didn't draw a card. Okay. Tap for 2 and play Una's Blackguard. Flying, each other rogue creatures you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. And whenever a creature with a +1/+1 counter deals card damage to a player, that player discards a card. And then we'll go ahead and tap for 2 more and cast Mind Stone. And then I will swing for 1 and pass. Go mill card 2. Sorry, mill 1 card, not mill 2. My bad. I said mill a card, comma 2. That's confusing. Sorry.
Oh, Jerry's right there. Kind of late. Okay, I gotta pass.
Goals.
Can't do anything.
Good, Mom. Once you came up and gave it was really nice because I think she felt bad about it.
Your turn.
I think I pet it a little too hard. Let's piss off your cat a little bit. Now I'm trying to wonder if you are being nice to me or if you want to bite me again. Busy right now. Gosh, these hoes want me, bro. I was just petting your cat's butt, and then she turned and bit my arm. But I think it's because I was petting her so much. You know, whenever cats are like, it's too much stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I think she felt bad because she came up and got on the chair. It's like meow, and then let me pet her head. It's like, you know, like a reaction. Someone swats her head, and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean." It's kind of cute. Anyway, well, what shall I do? Okay, we won't do anything too mean. Just something, just a little bit mean, nothing crazy though. So not even trick. Right? I can play this. I'll play it. It's innocent. I'll wait. I'm gonna go ahead and play 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna go ahead and play Master Thief. They enter with a +1 encounter because of it with a black card. And I gain control of target artifact, so I gain control of your Omnitrix. For as long as I control this character, then it goes back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go to combat, and I will swing for 2. Go ahead and mill 1 card.
I needed that, actually. Pretty bad.
Oof. I pass.
Shit, man. I'll play something. I gotta actually get something too. Rust Bucket, Legendary Artifact. You.
I'm sorry.
You die.
I really needed that planes is the problem. I pass. Everything in hand is I need a planes for.
Damn. Pentakillax, bro. Mildex actually might be like a counter to those, the more I think about it. I missed that soul ring, but I think I ended up okay. I guess what I will do, I will go ahead and tap for 1, 2, 3, 4 and play Anawan. Oh. Of course, gets everybody +1/+1 counter, and he gets one as well because he's a rogue and entered with Una's black card.
Actually, could have played that one. That sucks. No, I couldn't have.
Okay. And I think I will, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tap for 1 more. Dear God. Cut the cameras, cut the cameras. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and tap for 1, tap this and sack it, draw a card. Okay. Combat phase. I will go ahead and swing at you for 2, 4, and 3, which is
Doesn't one
7
have summoning
damage.
sickness?
This one does.
You also summoned somebody else.
No, I didn't. This guy was last turn. I got your Omnitrix. 7 damage, and I need you to mill 8 cards. Oh, Alex. Also, I need you to discard 3 cards because of his black card ability. When Kira's with +1 encounters, deal combat to a player. That player discards a card. This card is not from your deck. That's from your hand.
Mm.
You can put them on top. It's fine. You can put that one on top if you want.
They're all on the bottom.
Okay. Did you mill a creature card?
Yes.
Cool.
You said 3?
Yes. And then I pass.
Alright, well this will be fun.
I'm ready, bro.
Upgrade living technology. Whenever upgrade enters, gain control of target artifact for as long as you control upgrade. Give me my fucking Omnitrix bag, bitch.
That's funny.
But because now I have this back.
He gets +1.
Yep.
And he can crew the rest back with him.
Yes, I can do. No, I can't.
He's 3. He's not 3.
Oh yeah, you're right. He is now 3.
Artifacts you control have tapped for 1 minute. Wow, that's good.
And then I can't really do anything right now. With that being the case, so I will tap Rust Bucket.
That's 4.
And then I'm going to
Oh yeah, that's the same.
attack. Gonna get
A clue token.
my plumber.
Oh, your plumber.
He is
Tap,
attacking.
Yeah.
And then, yep. So that's 5 damage in total coming at you.
Block the plumber.
But
Oh, I actually wish I wanted him. No, that's a good thing. No, I'll take the 4.
and then this becomes uncrewed.
Yeah,
correct?
it becomes artifact again.
Yep, now it's back to being an artifact. And then I pass.
Cool. Fuck ton of islands this game. I don't know what's going on with that. It's kind of fun. I will move to combat and swing at you again for that's funny. For 1 and 2, just these 2. So that's 2 plus 2 is 5, and then mill 6 cards.
Lost my planeswalker.
Damn.
And then I have to what? Discard 3
Discard 2.
as my hand.
Unfortunate. Move to main phase 2. Oh, this is your mill creature card.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, I feel kind of guilty. I'm gonna go ahead and tap for 4 blue mana and play Enigma Thief. And I'm going to return your Rust Bucket to your hand, which doesn't really do shit for me, to be honest. But one more flyer, and then I'm going to. Oh, nice, perfect. Okay, perfect for it. I'll go ahead and tap for 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. I'm going to tap for 2 blue and 2 colorless, and play Whirler Rogue, who is my goat. Love this card. And they spawn their little 2 Thopters. Thopters are clutch, bro. And then everybody, of course, has tokens. They all enter with 2/2, 1 from him and 1 from Una's black card. So that's 7/7 and 4/4. These don't get anything. And then make sure I'm not for anything. Yep, I'm good. Pass.
Could do that, but I'm not gonna do that. I should probably do. Wait, no, I don't need to do that. I can do boom and then boom. Throughout the rest of this kind of game, I am not doing very well, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that earlier this guy freaking played a card that makes me discard cards, and then I have to mill. So at one point, I think I lose over half of my deck, and then any card that I had in hand all just goes to the to my graveyard. So that was a little rough to deal with, and I wasn't too fond of that happening, to be quite honest. I finally was able to bring Ben in. That was huge. And I have, again, here I don't really play Ben very well at any point. And you can kind of see on his side, he's all stacked up. Eventually, here in a little bit, he'll have a 23-23 creature. And that's kind of, I mean, the game is just kind of wraps at this point. 36-22, not really doing any damage. He's got a bunch of blockers, and we'll skip to the end to kind of show you that I lose. So yeah, kind of conceded there at the end, as you can see me kind of pack up all my cards. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what was wrong with, you know, that deck and how it plays. You know, these cards are super duper cool and all. They're great. You know, I put little holographic stuff on them. But the issue with this deck, in my opinion, is that there's a lot of ability just to kind of get fucked, right? And so when I don't say that lightly, because one of the big things is we're looking at very few basic lands, and if you're not getting lands and you're not playing anything, and one of the big things you need is Ben on the field, right? To play creatures, and then when they die, Ben comes back, right? So you get a chance to actually do, you know, what his card says and what the Omnitrix says you can do. What's frustrating is that in the gameplay, you know, not being able to play anything is what really killed me, where I only had so many cards, and then on top of only having so many lands that were not the color I needed, in the end I ended up getting blasted in the face because, you know, a counter card, which I didn't have any destroy target creatures in the moment. So kind of having that issue was kind of a big deal. There's not a lot of removal or denial, and that was kind of what killed me, was that I got straight up nothing but denial. So that is something that I think could be improved upon in this deck. Also, just having some sort of mono ramping, I think would also be really perfect for this deck. I'm not going to give you guys the cards or anything just because they're not for sale. They're not real cards. I would feel very uncomfortable doing that. Again, if somebody wants to redo the art, would happily take that. And with that, you know, that's kind of the end of the video. So if you guys want to subscribe, hit the like button, go ahead and do it. That'd be awesome. If you feel like the cards are kind of mid-tier, then let me know. If you think that, you know, I'm just an idiot, just also let me know. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys later.